Well, good morning. Welcome back to the All Night Show, where we get down into the nitty gritty of this itty bitty thing we call life. And if you're watching this, you do realize that I hadn't made a video in almost 3 months now. And for the few of you who watched my last video, I kind of explained a few things. I was coached and counseled by my employer for one of the videos I had made mentioning the Kemper County coal mine facility. Basically letting me know that there's people out there watching the interwebs and you need to be careful what you say, especially when you work for us, because we're an upstanding company. So, being that we just had a baby, we're approaching a new year, plans were in the works already to really go for running my own business. I decided just to take a break, really meditate, and think about life for the next year, which is now January the 4th is today, 2022. Time to try something new. But you know, I took those 30. I've told everybody that knows me pretty well, 60 to 90 days out from that last video, and I'm cutting the cord. I'm going for it. I've been talking about going for it, running my own thing for 2 or 3 years, and that was it. I set the deadline in my head and did a lot of contemplating over those 60, 90, I think it was like 70, 80 days, something like that. Can't remember exactly how many. Didn't really try to keep up. It was just doing me, kind of was in a blur, making the best out of the situation I was in, putting up with things that I was tired of putting up with, but I knew that the time was coming. And finally, the time came. We had Christmas, we had New Year's, had a great New Year's. First time I didn't drink on New Year's since I was like 15 years old. That's wild. But it was a lot of fun. We shot fireworks, we danced, and we sang. Little Cam, baby Cam, he got to hang out. He didn't make it till midnight though. He crashed out a little early, which is a good thing. But he had a lot of fun out playing with us. And I enjoyed my family. Took all of my vacation time that had just reset in November. I took it. Talked to a lot of people about the decision, and I got a lot of encouragement. I got a lot of naysayers too. My father being one of the biggest, but he loves me. He doesn't want to see me fail, which I understand, but you can't fail if you don't ever try. That's what I try to explain to him. And I'm tired of not trying. So, needless to say, yesterday, Monday morning, January 3rd, 2022, was officially my last day as an employer. I now am considered fully self-employed. I'm operating an LLC. It's called All Night Services. We're in South Mississippi. I specialize in Komatsu and Caterpillar heavy equipment repair, but anybody out there that turns wrenches or does it for a hobby, they know, it pretty well all kind of works the same. So if you know anyone in the area that might need something, a farm tractor, something, bulldozer, whatever they got, reach out to me, let me know. If you know anybody in this area that might be interested, you don't know what they have, let them know who I am. I wouldn't say I'm very well known, but a lot of the a lot of the equipment customers around these parts know me. I worked for a dealer for over a decade, so I got to know a lot of customers in this part of the world, and that was what I enjoyed most about my job. And basically, that's what drove me to do this, to make the leap, cut the cord. And it's terrifying, but oh man, if you don't do the things that scare you, you're never gonna really find out who and what you are. Is kind of the way I feel about it. And there's a lot that I have to learn. There's a lot of discipline involved, and I'm still working on that. There's a lot of organization involved. I'm still working on that. But I'm the type of guy that when I want something, I go for it, and I figure out how to get it on the way. I don't claim to know it all. I do try to speak knowledgeable from things that I'm actually versed in, rather than just speaking out of my ass like a lot of the world seems to do nowadays. But yeah, it's been a crazy journey, and I don't think I've truly let it set in yet. I was telling my wife last night. She asked how I felt, and I was like, well, it's kind of weird. I don't have to worry about waking up and going to the place that sucks energy from me, that basically gives me slave wages for my energy. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about listening to my lying, deceitful ex-supervisor. He was for the most part a good guy, but man, he was dishonest in a lot of ways, and I think he knew how I felt about that. I don't think that's any surprise if this ever gets back around to him. But I got in trouble for making videos. I quit making videos for almost 3 months. I pulled my big boy pants on. I quit my job. I'm now running my LLC. I got tools loaded in the back of a pickup truck and on a trailer. No official tool truck yet, or tool trailer, or anything like that yet. Just cardboard boxes making it work, because that's what you gotta do sometimes. I could have continued to be miserable, continue to basically hate what I do, even though I love what I do as a trade, as with the customer interactions, but hate having to work for someone who their mission's not to take care of people. Their mission's to make money, which it's understandable, but you can do both. And it sucks the energy out of me, being the type of guy that I am. I want to, when I tell a customer something, I want to be able to back that shit up. I don't want somebody going behind me and saying, no, we're not going to do that. We're only going to give them half of what we talked about, but we're still going to charge them for the full thing, right? No, that's not the way that I want to work. But I could have kept doing that and probably never been able to save the money. I wasn't making enough money to save the amount of money quick enough to be able to purchase an actual service truck in the amount of time that I wanted to do it. I felt like the clock was ticking faster and faster. Every time I'm out, another customer asks me, when are you going to go out on your own, man? I can't afford to pay these guys no more, and I'm looking for an independent mechanic. And it drove me to do it. I'm out now, hopefully within another 3 months, 4 months tops. I'm making a video driving in my own service truck, or at the very least some sort of better setup in this truck, whether it's a tool body on the back of it or an actual covered trailer with a toolbox in it that I'm pulling behind it, rather than my tools chilling, you know, in cardboard boxes on an open trailer, because it's not going to be cool whenever it starts raining. Dad's going to have to do something different there, because there's lots of money back there. But anyways, I really I miss doing these videos. I enjoy doing them. Like I've said before, it's almost kind of therapy to me. I hope to get back on, I plan to get back on my schedule of Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So I hope y'all will get back and start watching some of these again. I know that in the content creation business, consistency is key, and me dropping out for a couple months might have been the end to a lot of y'all ever watching it, but you know, like I've said, I think I tried to explain pretty well why I'd done those things. It was selfish, but I went through a lot of psychological trials in those past couple months, you know, and I had a lot of stuff that I had to own up to in my mind, to stop making excuses for in my mind. And now that I've crossed over the bridge and I'm doing my own thing, there's a gigantic weight lifted off of my shoulders, and I feel like I can truly, you know, start expressing myself again, being myself again, like I want to be. You know, I've said in a video before that I feel like I've never truly been able to be myself because of the way the public school system was, you know, is operated in this country, and the way that it basically tries to mold you into being another pawn, just another robot that walks around the earth and, you know, does what you're told, do what you say, do what I say type deal. And you know, when you start breaking away from that, you get a lot of crazy looks. You get a lot of people that think that you're different, which is okay, because we're all different. We're all weird in our own ways. People that really are weird to me, that really are crazy to me, are the ones that do everything they can to be just like, you know, the Joneses up the street. We gotta fit in, you know, we gotta go, oh, did you see that Sally got some new shoes? We gotta go get me a new pair of those shoes. I wanna see those shoes. Ooh, look at that little deer. That might be a little buck right there. Looks like a buck the way he's walking. And y'all see, pulled up at a customer's property. I don't know if you can be able to see that. He's way. Ooh. Oh man, it got real blurry. My bad. He's right down there on that little lane. I think. Yeah, he's done with. But anyways, guys, I love y'all like I always say. We are nature, and we have to start trying to be ourselves. Stop trying to be something for somebody that makes you miserable, and start doing the things that you love and that you want to see happen in your life, because times are getting crazier each and every day. Days, you know, we're now going to be forced, or not me, but some people are going to be forced to have a fourth injection, you know, a second booster after they just had a booster, to now be considered fully vaccinated. And there's no end in sight. I do think that there's conflict on the horizon. I believe that there's a lot of folks like me. Luckily, I built a life. I've started learning how to live a more simple life several years back, so that allowed me to break away from the system. And the company that I work for wasn't enforcing any vaccine mandates, but there's a lot of other stuff coming down from the federal regulation. Like, you know, I got in trouble for making a video while parked in a service truck. Or, you know, the rule is you can use your cell phone as long as it's hands free. You cannot have more than one button to operate the cell phone. Basically, Bluetooth hands-free type deal. And any video that I made in the service truck, I think you could pretty well see that I was hands-free. The phone was in a mount. But, they don't like that. They don't like that people test them. They don't, authority does not like to be questioned. But I think it's time to start questioning. There's a lot of people out there that are at the edge of what they can handle and what they can take. And it's liable to get really, really bloody, really nasty. I hope it doesn't. I know I've just brought another kid into the world, so the last thing I want for him to grow up seeing is some form of civil war. I think we can do better than that, especially in the parts of the country that still love freedom. We may have had some initial restrictions with the COVIDs, but it didn't last very long. Here in Mississippi, I think we had mask mandates. We had mask mandates for like the first 6 months, but I never wore a mask, and most people didn't wear a mask after like the first 30 days. We still have people who wear masks, and there's still select stores, but you know where they are. We love we love the ability for people to make their own decisions, and that's the way it should be. It's your life. There shouldn't be some on high authority that tells you what you can and can't do in your life, especially in a rural, unpopulated area like South Mississippi. If you're in one of the bigger cities, the big metropolitan areas, I hope that you have plans to get out of those places. And, if you're looking for a nice place, I know we're not as advertised as Texas and Florida and Tennessee, as all those states don't have income tax, but there's legislation in the works in Mississippi. Governor Tate Reeves, which I don't support, didn't vote for, but he has put legislation in place to consider eliminating our state income tax, which would probably be the smartest thing he's ever done as governor, because that would bring in a lot more people, a lot more business. But Mississippi's a nice place. Like I said, it's a very low population state. There's a lot of open country, a lot of deep woods. The southern half from the I-20 corridor, Interstate 20, runs east to west from Meridian to Jackson. From there south is where most of the population in the state resides. North of there, you got the Delta, and then you got in big forest, deep pine woods. But south of I-20 is where most of your bigger cities are. Some people wouldn't even consider them cities, just towns like Hattiesburg. You got Jackson, Gulfport down on the coast, Biloxi. But it's a beautiful state. There's a lot of good people in this state, and there's a lot of good things happening in Mississippi. So anybody out there that's looking for a place, I would consider Mississippi. The low cost of living here, and there's lots of opportunities that people don't think about. There's a lot of big business in Mississippi, and it's definitely one to check out. Like I said, everybody talks about Texas and Florida and Tennessee, but we're still here too. Now, we might not have a lot of the new age stuff going on here yet, but we're growing. But anyways, guys, I love y'all. I hope y'all have enjoyed me coming back and sharing a few of my thoughts. I plan on being back again on Thursday. If you would, please like this, comment on it, subscribe to it, and share it with somebody. And I really enjoy getting comments on my videos, even if it's just I don't know. I know I didn't really say anything informative in this video, just basically talking about myself, but reach out to me. I think it's important that we build these communities, and a lot of it will be virtual in the future, But anyways, I got to get to work. We will see y'all next time. Take care.